Hello and welcome back to the LeaguingOut podcast. As always, it's your host, Cybershine3, joined by my
And
co-host. Oh yeah, you can
Lainey,
introduce yourself.
yeah, I'm a big girl. I can introduce myself. Hey all, it's Lainey. We're gonna try and make it
Famously, women need
past.
to be introduced.
We're gonna try to make it past what 5 minutes before saying they'll get us demonetized. If we
Yeah,
were getting monetized,
I think that was really iconic of you last episode. You dropped like a
don't say it yet.
hard,
Let's wait another
dropped that
four
hard
and a half
F.
minutes.
That's true. That's why I'm using the baby talk.
Okay. Anyway,
I
I thought
heard
it's
a
great
30.
that the best ways people said no.
Okay, I want to get on a topic, but I do have to say I heard the most cringe thing today. I heard a
Oh,
30-year-old unironically use PP to describe male genitalia, and let me tell you, like cosmic levels of cringe. Like
I don't think I want to
you're
know the context about this.
exactly. It don't. But
We're
like,
gonna we're gonna start this episode with some bad news. Batwoman #1 has been delayed a week to March 18th.
is that actually true?
Yes, I
Okay.
opened up League so I could look at my polls for this week, and Batwoman
Oh,
#1 got delayed.
man, DC hates lesbians.
hmm
I mean, we
Well,
knew this.
maybe this is a good thing because it's coming out the same week as Titans #33. So that means that there'll be more lesbians in Titans because Batwoman is that week. Let
Sure,
me
that
believe, okay?
yeah, that works. With that, I think we should go on to our opening segment, and then we
When we
can
had
talk
planned for
about
this.
yeah. Um, so you wanted to talk about some teams that you think need to make a return to the
Yeah.
spotlight, right?
Yep.
Um,
Like
did
for
you have somebody in
instance,
somebody? Yeah, did you have something in mind?
I have plenty of teams in mind, but I'm gonna start with one that I know you can. Let's see, checking time before I say this. That you can keep talking with me about Excalibur. It's been, let's
Yeah.
see, it's been like almost 4 years, I think, since the last proper Excalibur book. And we had Knights of Ten or Knights of X. I still don't know which one it's supposed to be. And Captain Britain Betsy Braddock. But it's been but since last time I had a proper Excalibur book, it's been 3 4 years.
So obviously, I'm very biased. I think Excalibur should be like X Force or X Factor. I think there should always be
That'll
an
be the next topic, I
Excalibur.
think.
Um, So I'm biased, and yeah, I think it's a shame there isn't an Excalibur, especially because you look at like where characters are right now in X-Men. Betsy doesn't have a book right now. Rachel
Yep.
doesn't have a book right now.
Kitty lost
Um,
her premiere book.
Kitty lost her book. I don't think we've seen Brian since Ten of Swords.
I'll check that if you want to keep talking.
Yeah, so like, oh, Brian and Megan. Oh no, I guess it was the Excalibur after that event. But like the last time they were big, like Brian hasn't really
Mhm.
done anything since becoming Captain Avalon.
So let's see. Brian was like in Excalibur. He showed up in a couple issues of Knights of Ten, Knights of X. He was in Betsy's Captain Britain book.
Yeah, that makes
Then
sense.
one issue of Union Jack the Ripper, Blood Hunt,
This
and
adds up.
the finale of NYX and the Hellfire Vigil.
Yeah, so like you see my point. Like he hasn't really
Mhm.
done anything, and then
Oh yeah,
Megan is probably in a worse situation being
yeah. It looks
his
like her
wife
last appearances have been. Well, it was Rise of the Powers of Ten, #5, because she's a mutant.
because I have a mutant. Yeah,
But then also
um,
Captain Britain and Knights of X.
yeah, um, yeah. I don't know. I'm biased. I always think there should
Mhm.
be an Excalibur. I think it's a fun concept. I think the work that Teeny Howard put into making mutant magic its own like
Corner of the
brand.
universe. Yeah.
Yeah. Like and it like get some more wild cards on there. We could have Tarot on that team. We could have who's another like mystical kind of mutant.
Richter. He's gotten some mystic stuff to his powers
Sure,
lately.
Nick Richter would be a good choice. I would even go as far to say maybe we could take Excalibur back to its roots, and it's not necessarily an X-Men team. It's just a team that just so happens to have
hmm
X-Men on it. Like,
You think this
how
could be a
fun
place
would it
for Clea maybe?
Clea could be fun. I was gonna go with Nico and
Oh yeah.
her girlfriend, whose name is escaping
You
me
can do
right now.
this.
Carolina.
You can
There we go.
Carolina. There you go. Yep.
I think that'd be really fun for them. Mainly because I think it's fun to see the Runaways in non-Runaways books, and
I
that
also
might
think
be
it'd
a
be good
hot.
to it's good to explore Nico's magic more outside of just the staff of one. That's
Yeah,
something that the recent mini series did really well, and I loved.
especially because like I don't know, like what always cracks me up about like the Avengers Unity Squad or like anytime they try to do that, like Uncanny
Mhm.
Avengers, any of that stuff, is that like it's not like there haven't been teams that have been half mutant, half like normal superhero before. That's always been a thing.
Yeah,
Um, and it should be a more
like
regular
how
thing, I think.
Hotel Danvers was an X Men regular for a while.
Sure. The Beast has been on the Avengers longer than like
Hmm.
most more established
Avengers,
Avengers.
yeah.
Um, so like I think more teams that are like X adjacent would be fun because you read a lot of classic Excalibur stories. They don't have that much to do with wider
Mhm.
X Men stuff. They barely
If
get
they,
involved with the crossovers.
they're a team with mutants, not a mutant team. If they were a
Yeah,
mutant team, the name would be X hyphen Caliber.
which they were during AOA.
Yes, but yeah,
Okay, so
and
that's a
they
good start.
do you have one that you want to talk about next, or do you want me to keep throwing out the ones I've been thinking of? Because we can continue on the same
Uh,
thread with the other. I think the biggest
yeah,
highest profile X
the
team that's
elephant in
been
the
missing for a
room.
bit. We are of
Let's
course
talk about
talking
the elephant.
about the Uncanny Avengers.
We're talking about the exterminators,
Uh,
obviously.
well,
Well,
then,
that's kind of semi-serious.
well, really, there are two that we could talk about with this. Are we talking about X Factor or the New Mutants?
Yeah, both on it. Well, okay. I
Let's
would
wrap up
love a
these
New
last two X
Mutants
teams
book.
in one.
I would like a New Mutants book. I think it's more egregious there isn't an X Factor book. I'll say that
Okay,
much.
yeah. Let's speed run through both of these and then maybe switch companies for a second.
Yeah, that works.
Because New Mutants, we haven't had one since before Fall of X. The last time was New Mutants Lethal Legion by
Yes,
Charlie. I want to say Charlie Jane Anders,
yes, these are true.
which was
Um,
it was a fun book. I like Escapade though, so I'm biased.
Obviously, like it's always a little weird talking about like the history of the New Mutants because it's like, oh, well, it transitioned into X Force, so like, do we need an X Force book and a New Mutants book at the same time? But I think Krakoa really proved like how like yeah, those two teams share roots, but they're not the same concept, and that they can both exist at the same time. Um, and like, there's so many young mutant characters who just don't have anything going on right now. Like you know, uh, we've just had the Outliers introduced. We have Kitty's class and Exceptional. I mean, you could even incorporate. It'd be like a little weird, but like I think it'd be interesting to have like Jen and uh, Jenna Sarsky and Ben from Adjectiveless, who are like they're older people, but they're kind of new mutants because they've only just gotten their powers and they need to learn how to use that. So like maybe like a commentary on like going back to school as like an adult or something. I don't
Mhm.
know. Like I don't.
There's lots of stories to tell.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's just a good book. But then like the case with X Factor, it's like to me like. And again, maybe this is another hot take, but like I think X Factor is the third pillar when you're talking X
Okay.
Men books.
So you're
Like
saying X Men, X Force, X Factor? Or are you saying like X Men, Uncanny X Men, X Factor?
X Men, Uncanny X Men, X Factor. Yeah,
Wow. Okay. I see the take, but that is a hot take.
it's a hot take. I
For sure,
think
we can
it's
say
just
that
that
X Factor. I feel like goes through a lot more. 'Cause I feel like we haven't had two iterations of X Factor that are the same ever.
no, yeah, it changes a lot.
Because you
But
started with the original the O5 as mutant hunters, then you start getting into the governmental agency era. Then they kind of settle into detective status quo, but that's always changing.
and then they were a
From
corporate team.
private detectives to corporate detectives to state-run detectives to corporate parody book.
Yeah. Oh,
Would it be hot take to say that X Factor might be have the most inconsistent premise, but the most consistent writing?
yes, I would say so. Because even like some of the worst X Factor books, like are still, I think, just really interesting and push the label. Like I know a lot of people weren't too keen on Mark Russell's X Factor book, but like at least it was doing something. You can't really say that about who do I want to throw under the bus?
You have lots of examples to throw under the bus.
Could throw a lot under the bus. Well, okay. Like you compare here, I'll throw something that gets thrown under the bus a lot. That way I'm not throwing somebody under the bus I like. You compare Mark Russell's X Factor to like pre-Krakoan X-Men, like X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, that sort of thing. They're
Hmm.
not doing anything new in those books. It's just the same old like I love him, but he can't, like melodrama
Yeah.
and like whatever. Like yeah, the wedding's cute, but you have to read a bunch of boring stuff to get to it. Like
Hmm. And the stolen wedding's cute, but that's still the same thing.
yeah, again, like you have to read so much like just boring and like
X
classic.
You have X-Men Blue, which is certainly a book that exists. What that was the
It's a
time
book that
displaced
exists.
'05. Jimmy Hudson I think Rachel was there.
Yes. But she's Rachel Gray because she doesn't like
Yeah.
Cyclops.
So you have a team with it's definitely one of the teams of all time there.
And it's just like, yeah, like it we've got enough X-Men books that play it safe that like even if it's not a 10 out of 10, I prefer a book that tries something. That's what I'll say about NYX as well. Like cuz that also kind of felt like a New Mutants equivalent for a bit,
I kind of see it.
especially with
Yeah.
Kamala in the lead. Um like at least that book was trying something regardless of the quality. Like, I'd rather because again, like, I've been liking Jed McKay's stuff, but it's very, like, cookie cutter, It's just
Yeah,
like
it's been good, but hasn't really been breaking the mold.
and kinda as a transition thing, that's why I think Doom Patrol really needs to come back in DC.
Hmm.
I think the fact there isn't a Doom Patrol book right now is a travesty.
Yeah, and the last time we got a Doom Patrol mini, it even had a little tease about next time. I'm fine with the Batwoman who left not returning because leave that fucker in Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, and, like, what's so cruel about, Unstoppable, right, is that it was announced as a 6th issue mini, it sold well enough to get another issue, and then it was canceled on that next issue.
Hmm.
Like
Like, what was that one issue really for? Aside from almost like not being a slap in the face, but like being barely enough to satisfy fans.
yeah, it's, cruel and unusual punishment, to say the least. Um, but, like,
And
yeah, like,
DC,
especially Oh, you go ahead. I've been talking a
no,
lot.
no, you go ahead. I was going to switch topics, so I want to hear what you think about Doom Patrol.
I was gonna say, like, not to get political or anything, but, like, especially in a time right now where you have people like being like ostracized and like arrested for being different. I think it's really empowering to have like a found family of people who don't conform to the mold. Like what X-Men used to be. Like
Mhm.
unfortunately I don't think X-Men feels like that right now. But I think that's what Doom Patrol could do is like really fill that gap.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because Marvel has X-Men kind of hasn't been super political, but they do at least fall into mutants being something that is irrationally disliked by the
Yeah.
general public, which DC doesn't have with metahumans. And in a time like this, you said we aren't getting political. I am. Fuck ice and everything that's going on. I know you're backing me up, but I just want to say
Yeah,
it.
no.
Doom Patrol could do a lot of that for DC right now.
I'm that's kind of part of the fanfic I've been writing with Zatanna and Cliff is that I'm
Hmm.
really interested in using like Doom Patrol characters as like allegories for minority. Well, not even allegories. Sometimes I had like
Yeah,
half of them are gay.
only half. Damn, I hope for better.
Until they make Larry canonically gay in the comics like he is in the show. We have to stay at half, but
Mhm.
I'll hold out hope.
Okay, okay. And I mean, this topic is actually kind of similar to what I was going to bring up, which is outsiders.
Yeah,
Speaking of books where they never do the same thing twice. But because of that, my pitch is basically just take a bunch of characters falling into socially outcast groups, put them on a team, put them up against society, basically, rather than some villains.
it'd be fun to go back to like the more literal like
Mhm.
origins of the team. You know, when Batman founds them in the 80s, it's like
It's a
because they're
bunch of people in
literally
Gotham who aren't doing
outsiders.
anything else.
You know, you got like Geoforce and Katana.
Metamorpho.
Yeah.
This katana, she's got my back. And Black
Like
Lightning. There's the fourth one.
yeah, Black Lightning.
Fifth.
But like all
But
of them
then,
were like like literal outsiders. You know, you got
yeah,
Jefferson, like, you know, he's a black teacher. And is he from Detroit? Where's Black Lightning
I don't
from?
think he's from Detroit.
I know it's like one
You
of
keep
those big
talking and I look it
cities.
up. This is
So
how we
yeah, like
work.
yeah, like Black Lightning, like inner city educator, you know, black man in a black community. So you got that. You have Katana, you know,
He's
Japanese
not from
expatriate.
Detroit.
Where's he from?
I don't know. I just knew it
Made up
wasn't. It's
city.
Suicide Slum, part of Metropolis.
Ah, based. All right, based. But yeah, so like, you know, you have that. You have Geoforce, like vaguely USSR. Um,
What do you mean? You don't know where Markovia is?
I unfortunately do know where Markovia is, but I think
Okay, good.
that's like too
I
dirty.
wasn't sure if you were laughing at yourself or at me for knowing what
I'm
Markovia
laughing at
is.
myself. I am laughing at myself.
Yeah.
Um, but like, yeah, I think you bring up a good point. Like,
Metamorpho, bald,
old white
mm,
man. He doesn't look like it, but
bald
he
old white
is
men need more voices. I think
truly.
you can quote us on that.
Do you know that's? Oh wait, no, you don't. You've never seen South Park. I was about to be like, you know that one South Park bit? No, you don't. I'll answer my
Yeah.
own question. Damn it.
So yeah, the other did that, and it was a really interesting idea. And then they became kind of Teen Titans X Force. So in a way, just kind of X Force because the Teen Titans were the New Mutants. Because it becomes Dick and Roy, and they're like, we need a team of expendable people who don't get attached to the secret missions. Then stays that for a while. Then it
And then
comes
try
back
to
to the
explain hive
Outsiders.
mind. Try to explain hive mind outside.
Terry. But with Batwoman,
Yeah,
it,
we got
like
Batwoman on it.
I did do what you wanted. It's not how you wanted it, but I did the task.
You did do it. I appreciate it. No, I think you're right though. Like that'd be really cool.
Mhm.
Like taking the
Like I,
name very literally.
yeah, throw on make it keep it like a Gotham type team. Throw in Duke Thomas. Throw in Alyssa Yo. Let's see. You could what's her name? You could put in Mia Dearden, especially since Canary and Arrow are heading over to Gotham.
Who's that one member of
That's nice.
JLI? He has like the mech suit and he's like vaguely Russian. Do you know who I'm
Are you
talking
talking
about?
about Rocket Red?
Yes. I think he should be in a book. I don't know where. Maybe
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I think he
Okay.
should
Yeah,
be
I
in a
see
book
it.
again.
He's a cool character. They need to do more. He had some. There's a little bit of him in one of the Birds of Prey books by Gail Simone. Well, not really, but kind of.
He's in Human Target, but I'm not allowed to talk about that because JLI fans don't like that book.
Hmm. It's a book that plays fast and loose with characterization for the sake of story, which I think is true of most King books. Sometimes
Let's
it
see
works,
here.
sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it falls in the middle.
That's another team we could name check. I mean, it doesn't really count, but like I think you and I can both agree with the fact that like Birds of Prey like is canceled. Like boo,
Yeah,
bad.
I'm hoping it makes a return after the Sirens mini that Teeny Howard is doing, which seems to kind
Yes.
of be a mix of Sirens and Birds of Prey. Like
Oh yeah, that's another one.
they're gonna forget the Sirens name for June, July, August. That range for another Leah Williams mini. I bet three's the magic number and all that.
Well, and I have been enjoying those, so that's
Hmm.
fine by me.
I think the first one was better than the second, but
Ooh, yeah, I agree with that.
Mhm.
That's because Punchline's peak. That's the official stance on Punchline of the podcast. Punchline's cool,
She's pretty cool.
actually.
Let's
I like
see.
when she makes fun of streamer culture. Very funny. Mucho ja ja
Mhm.
ja.
I was gonna say maybe the New Titans, but the Titans book is getting renamed New Titans. It's always interesting to see how those two teams are slightly different, but also the same. You know, a team that I know one listener wants to, a team that I would know one listener wants to return.
What's that?
Forceworks.
Yes.
I mean, you could even argue just a secondary big Marvel team.
Well, that's the
Forceworks, West
thing
Coast
is that we had
Avengers,
West
maybe
Coast
Great Lakes
Avengers,
Avengers.
and then that got cut short. Like, what's up with that? Like,
We did get West Coast Avengers. Yeah, I forgot about that. Honestly,
yeah. And apparently, it's really good. I liked I read the first issue. I thought the first issue was pretty good.
Mhm.
But
We could
yeah,
get a
like
hard
I think you
traveling.
make a
Mhm.
hmm?
We could bring back the hard traveling heroes.
Sure. Well, the fact that we don't have like a Green Arrow, like, well, main title, but I was gonna say
Let's see.
like
See, Green Arrow doesn't sell well enough. That's why we're making Absolute Green Arrow and just like Intergalactic with Green Arrow and Birds of
they're
and Gotham
paying
City
me though,
Sirens with Green Arrow and Detective Comics with Green Arrow.
and
Let's say it
Arcadia.
like that. Wow, there's a lot of Green Arrow. Oh, you know the big one that I haven't mentioned somehow?
Yeah.
Young Justice. What are those
Oh,
for?
sure.
What are those four queer kids up
We
to?
need to get the Bendis stink off of them, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, well, I say those four, but no, I don't want just those four. I want Secret. I want Empress. I want Arouette to pop in from time to time. Hell, I'd
Bring
even
back
take
Slobo.
Slobo. I could give or take Slobo. Bring back
Hey,
the
hey,
Ray. What's
Supergirl movie synergy, right? We need
uh?
synergy with the
I,
Supergirl
I
movie.
forgot he
Bring back
is.
Slobo.
I I try and I try and forget that he's in it because I hate that so much of this movie marketing is about Lobo.
I mean, you got to admit it is pretty cool that Jason Momoa is gonna play it. Like that's great casting.
Yeah, it's good casting, but also I don't care. I've never cared about Lobo, so
True.
I don't know.
Let's see. Do we want to mention anybody
What
else, or do we want to?
what are Snapper Car and the Ray up to right now? That's what I thought. They need more love. I think that's all the teams I can come up with right now off the top of my head. Maybe a Nova. Actually, you know who's not at Marvel right now? There's no Guardians of the Galaxy book.
Oh yes. Oh my god.
We have Guardians-ish teams coming out of Imperial, but there's no Guardians book.
Well, and then did you hear? Apparently, they've already announced Imperial Guardians is only going to be 5 issues.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
fucked, right? I can say that now. I think we're
Yeah. Oh, I've already said some things.
okay. But yeah, like that's messed up. What's up with that? Like,
Mhm.
the book isn't even out yet, and also the I don't buy into this. I'm not a doomer like most people, but I will acknowledge that if you read a lot of the solicits for like Nova Centurion and Planet She-Hulk, it does sound like they're ending at 6. I don't think they are,
And
but
I wonder if there's going to be some big new line-wide thing for space that happens around then.
it's going to happen before Imperial Guardians or Exiles for that matter, because we don't know anything about Exiles at this point.
Well, you see, Marvel doesn't care about them.
Yeah, it's Dirty Muties. I don't give a shit about Dirty Muties.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's really funny to say with my Strife profile
Mhm.
picture.
With your everything, let's be honest.
True. I think with that, let's transition into everybody's favorite segment.
Transition.
It's
I'm
pick of
already
the
on
week.
that.
Yeah, you are. It's pick of the week.
Can we just say this together on three? We both know what
One,
we're both going to pick, right?
yeah,
One,
1,
two,
2, 3.
three. Absolute
Absolute
Wonder Woman,
Wonder
number
Woman.
16.
Yep, number 16.
And it's,
You're finally
for
jumping on.
yeah. Yeah, this is the first issue I'm actually pulling and buying. The Zatanna is hot, and her and Diana are absolutely flirting, and that swayed me. I'm going to be honest.
Y'all can make fun of me all you want. Her boobs are so big on this cover. Like, I'm talking like
I am going to make fun of you for
anime
this.
girl proportion. I'm not wrong though.
Are you talking about the A cover?
Yeah.
For the C cover, okay.
Or actually, I guess not big. They're wide. Like she's a very wide stance going here.
hmm Do we want to have our non-absolute Wonder Woman picks?
Yeah. I only have two other polls this week.
Same here, yeah.
I have
I
Absolute
don't think
Martian
they overlap.
Manhunter. Oh, you go.
Okay, sure. I was just saying that I don't think our other two overlap. I've got Absolute
No.
Flash and Justice League Red number 6. And I think I have to go with Absolute Flash because somehow, despite only being 6 issues, JLR is still dragging, much like, not to the same degree I felt Daredevil was, but similar to Daredevil.
Yeah, that's fair. I also think it doesn't help that we've known for a while that it was ending at 6, so like it's hard
Well, it
to
took me a minute to
invest.
figure that out, but anyone with a brain knew.
It it's been hard to invest in like the stakes because it's like, well, it's ending, at
Yeah,
6
so
anyway.
nothing
So
too bad's going to happen. Absolute Flash has also just been has consistently been like, upping the ante every single issue, which is always good to see.
very true.
Like,
Um,
the editorial very much was just kind of kid goes on adventures, has fun, and now it is the fate of the world is on your shoulders, Wally. Whatever you do, don't let them down. Don't let the monsters win,
don't let
and
them
that's
kill
fun.
your dad. Oh,
hmm
I'm excited.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
same.
spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it, but like the stinger at the end of last month's issue was kind of insane.
Yeah.
uh, so that'll be exciting. My two other polls, I have Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes, and I have Absolute Martian Manhunter #8.
So
This is
you've
really,
got 3 strong books.
I do. I have three really strong books. See, the problem is like I don't want to keep giving it to Absolute Martian Manhunter because I keep like glazing this book and I need to like make room in my life for other books.
Okay,
But
and they
like
keep giving
also,
Oscars to Christopher Nolan.
yeah. But like yeah, like that's the thing is that like also like yeah, Absolute Martian Manhunter is really good and I'm really excited. Um, you know, it, I don't want to spoil this for you because you haven't finished the issue. Um,
hmm
there were developments in the last issue that are really interesting. We're in brand new territory. From what I
I'm gonna catch up. I
understand,
promise.
that they were originally only going to be 6 issues, and now we're extended to 12. So this is brand new territory for like what the story is supposed to be and where it's going. So like I've been really excited to see like okay, what do we do now that we have more time? And I think
hmm
it's been paying off. Hopefully also more Martian vision, because we got one in the last issue, and I really hope that just becomes like a trend for the whole. I mean, obviously they can't go back and add Martian vision to the old issues, but like I don't know. I think it's really
We
cute,
can
and
keep
like I
putting it
love
into
it.
issues going forward.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Um,
Definitely.
and then as for Harley and Ivy Life and Crimes, I am really excited for Harley and Ivy Life and Crimes. I think this book's been really good. I'm very excited to meet Erica Henderson at C2E2.
Yeah. You got your
And
tickets yet?
I will, I swear. I'm just poor
Okay.
right now.
So you're just waiting. You just wait for that
Um,
to mailing deadline.
Unfortunately.
Womp womp.
Um, I don't know. Like I've been really liking the continuity of this book. Like they bring up um they've been bringing up like No Man's Land and Death of the Family and like,
hmm
it just really
Just tying
like
these two to bad history.
yeah, it's been fun. And then like as far as I know, there isn't a set end to this book. So like as long as, it keeps selling well, we could get a lot of really fun like here's what Harley and Ivy were doing before they became, who we know them for. And I'd really
hmm
like that. Also, Ma Hunkel is on the cover of the most recent solicited issue, and I think that's really funny. It's like Ma
Ooh. Okay.
Hunkel graffiti. That's pretty
Shout out my
funny.
uncle. We always stand.
We stand. Yeah, also I love Erica Henderson's art style. It is just like
Yes.
pure serotonin. You look at it and your eyes start smiling. Like even when she's
And there's
drawing like sad stuff.
anyway, there's always
Um
something great about a series that has art and writing by the same person. They'll
Yes.
always be good.
Um, I don't know. It's just been fun, and I'm excited for it. But yeah, unfortunately, well, okay. So pick of the week is absolute Wonder Woman for sure.
Yeah, I think we both agree on
Non-absolute
that.
Wonder Woman pick though is Martian Manhunter.
Cool.
Unfortunately,
So we both have Absolute Wonder Woman as our main pick, and our other Absolute book as the
I
other
mean,
pick.
how could it not? Right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
I think we talked
DC.
about it on last episode. Like how good last month's issue was.
Oh yeah, I'm really DC is just kind of blowing Marvel out of the water. I'm gonna say in general, but especially right now, like this upcoming week. DC's releasing
I
4 Absolute books, more
yeah.
tech, more Superman, more JLU. Marvel has the last issue of Miles's book, which is an Ultimate tie-in. It looks
Yes.
like it's got Joshua Williamson Iron Man,
I
Sorcerer
want to
Supreme.
talk more about this during Yap session, so let's table this for now, but I do have a lot of thoughts for that for sure.
Mhm.
But with that, I think we should transition into our next topic. Um, as if literally everything else isn't nostalgic for this. Guess who's really nostalgic for the Fox X-Men movies right now?
Us, and
It's
especially you because you
us.
have a class on it.
Yes, I just rewatched X2 for God, how many times have I seen that movie?
How does it feel to
At
say you rewatched
least
X2
5.
for
Minimum
class?
5. Yeah, and I watched
That
it
has
for
to be a
fun
power.
for
That has to be a powerful thing to say.
it is a powerful thing, but it was an assignment for a college level class.
Mhm. In your senior year of college,
Yes.
university
Um,
for some.
yes, university. Well, I guess we're technically a university because I
Just the
used to
U.S.
know
They're
the
interchangeable.
difference. I know there's a it's like junior high versus middle school. There's like technically a difference, but I don't know. Anyway,
In American English, not really. But for all of
see
our
now
British
I've
listeners,
become
I don't know. Maybe
pedantic.
there's some. Maybe the Canadians. Are there Canadians listening? Shout
Freaking
out if you're a Canadian
Canadians.
listening to this. Also, shout out if you're a college student.
If you're Wolverine, that's pretty cool. That's
If
pretty
you're
cool.
Wolverine, that's cool. If you're a college student listening, stop listening and go do your homework. I know you're
Yeah,
putting
do
it
your
off.
homework.
So am I.
I
But let's get into the
totally
X-Men
am.
movies. The good, the
Yes.
bad, and
Okay.
the ugly of the Fox movies. I think is what we called
So
this.
let's start in reverse order, actually.
The
I think it'd be
ugly.
fun to start.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start with the ugly. Brian
So
Singer.
Bryan Singer, Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, for sure.
The fact that we've
Um,
been saying goodbye to these movies like 7 times now and still
very
aren't done.
ugly.
It's
Um,
an ugly goodbye.
I think the amount of people who die in these movies just because is very strange. Like I was
Mhm.
rewatching X2, and both Lady Deathstrike and Jason Stryker get murdered, by the X-Men, and they're only villains because they're being brainwashed, and I'm like, that's really problematic. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think the comic X-Men would do that.
yeah. The the,
Uh,
the X-Men movies needed more jobbers.
oh, doing X-Men Apocalypse in a prequel movie, that was crazy. What was up with that?
Mhm. Yeah,
Um, that was a choice. Um, doing Ninja Psylocke in when did Apocalypse?
2016.
Yeah, 2016. That was a
Let's
choice.
go with that. Yeah, there were just
Um,
overall a lot of choices in those prequel movies.
racist magic.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna save New Mutants for the bad rather than the ugly, but yeah, racist magic
But I
definitely was
like New
ugly.
Mutants too much. I can't call it
Oh
I
yeah,
can call it ugly for sure.
I do too. But other than racist magic, of course, it's a pretty decent movie with a really good magic aside from the racism.
I like the kid that they got to play Sam. I know he's from
Mhm.
Stranger Things, so that's kind of gross,
Listen,
but
I can excuse racism, but I can't excuse bad writing.
I can't excuse being in I can't excuse starring in Stranger Things. I can excuse racism. I can't excuse starring in Stranger Things.
Those are our official takes on the New Mutants movie.
I think that's fair.
Hmm.
Okay, so then should we start talking about like the actual bad then, since we're
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
already. Um, the two times that they tried to do Dark Phoenix, and neither time it worked all that well.
Really, they did Phoenix stuff 4 times because both X2 and Apocalypse ended with them being like, "Whoa, Jean's using scary bird fire powers.
Yes,
What are
that's true.
those?" And then X3 and Dark Phoenix were like, "Here's Jean getting the Phoenix Force. Don't listen to that other time."
And they already did it back in the '90s cartoon, and that did it perfectly. That was like a
Is it
one-to-one
just a
adaptation
yeah?
of
But
the
these
book.
the Foxverse did Phoenix without any cosmic stuff, which is honestly kind of impressive.
Well, actually, that's another bad. They did do cosmic stuff in the Dark
They
Phoenix movie, but
did,
it's weird and
but they
stupid.
didn't do the Shi'ar or the Dabari.
They did
Well,
Vuk,
you see the
your
yeah,
favorite villain. Vuk, don't you know?
Vuk,
Don't you love Vuk?
Vuk, VUK. We're not swearing. We're just saying Vuk.
Vuk, my favorite
What the
Fox
Vuk was up
villain.
with Dark Phoenix?
What the fuck? What the fuck was up with that?
Let's see. More bad. Arguably, you could say X3 just falls into this.
Yeah, most of X3. I was gonna highlight some specific things from X3. Um, okay, I'm gonna phrase this very carefully because I know there's some people that like it, and I'm gonna be specific about what I don't like
Okay.
about it. Framing Mystique losing her powers as a rape allegory, and then not getting into that because that happens. Like that, you have that scene where she's like
Hmm.
crying because she's like normal now, and then immediately the movie cuts to like action and shit. I
In
find
general, we
that
could.
interesting. I find that
Mhm.
interesting. Like making it a rape allegory. I wish they actually spent the time on it though. That's my problem with that.
In general, you could say that a big issue that these movies have is doing something emotional and then cutting to action or something.
Yes. I would say that's a big problem. I think Scott's death at the beginning of X3
Yeah,
is a really good
that's the
example of
thing they
that.
did.
Yeah, they killed Scott at the beginning of X3. That's
Yes,
insane.
really, this should have been what we went with for killing off characters for no reason.
Yes. Um, what's another like bad? I mean, like, okay, I like First Class, but like, it's got problems. I think killing off
Mhm.
Darwin is a big one, especially because getting a black actor to play Darwin and then killing him off
Yeah,
immediately.
absolutely. Yeah. Let's see.
Azazel,
Another bad. Keep bringing back Magneto as the villain so often.
yes.
He'd be minding his own business, and they're like, "Oh, we need a villain. Okay, Magneto, you're back."
It's me, Magneto time.
They basically just
Um,
alternate between him being a villain and they redeem him and he's good, just to go back to being a villain, to go back to being redeemed, and so on and so forth.
throwing Genosha into Dark Phoenix, but not doing anything with it other than, whoa, look, Magneto runs an island. How cool is that? Like,
There are a lot of things in
okay.
these movies that have the names of things you know and love, but do nothing with it.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot about this in when I was watching X2, and then I reminded of it. Do you know? Okay, of all the random character names they could throw out for like a random background student, who do you think would be like the weirdest one? Like, what would catch you off guard? Because it caught me off
Okay,
guard.
let's see. So this movie came out in 2002,
Three,
2003.
2003.
Okay, I was gonna say Dupe would be a random one to give a student, but he didn't exist back then. Let's see. What is one of them a Braddock or something?
Well, okay, so I
You need
think
to be more
Betsy's name
specific.
shows up.
There are lots of random ass characters they could play as background students. Give me a little more of a hint.
You okay? So your hint is going to be um I don't want to make it too on the nose, but I also just want your reaction. You know what? Yeah, I'll make it on the nose. Hangs out with Leech.
Did they do Artie Maddox?
They did. They did.
That's a good hint
And
for the
his
reaction. Yeah.
but
Uh,
his power isn't like the whole like thought bubble thing. He
yeah.
just has a weird tongue.
Sure. They made him Toad, but without being a jobber.
Yeah.
Speaking of jobbers and Toad, though, great job. 10 out of 10. No note.
Ooh, okay, yeah, here we can transition into good. That's a good transition.
Yeah.
I like the Toad in the movies. I think he's
Yeah.
funny.
What happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
I think most of X2 holds
Uh,
up. I
Most
think
of
the scene
X1
with
holds
Bobby's
up.
parents. I think the scene with Bobby's parents is really good.
Have you tried
Um,
not being a mutant? It hits so
Professor
close to
Logan,
home.
Professor Logan, what exactly do you teach at this school? Art.
The humor, especially for this first couple, it holds up.
Yeah, it's good. I think most of the effects. This is what
Oh,
actually prompted.
absolutely.
This is what prompted
Yes.
this discussion. Mystique's body paint is it. There's a reason it won an award, like
Oh
as
yeah.
it should.
X2
Uh,
Nightcrawler.
Alan Cummings Nightcrawler for sure.
I'm hoping
And
that
then like
like a
yeah,
little bit more on Alan Cummings Nightcrawler. I know it would be a lot easier and more cost effective probably to just CGI it in for Doomsday. I kind of and probably easier on the actress. This part, if it's easier on Alan Cumming and for his safety and sanity, it's done by CGI. I'll understand. But I do want to see the effort put in to replicate that makeup look because it is so incredible.
I believe there is an interview out there where Alan Cummings said he's excited to put the makeup back on. I
Okay.
don't know if that means it's confirmed or he meant it more in like a like metaphorical kind of way, but I
Hmm.
did see that article floating around.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Then let's see. Really, everything from almost everything from X1 and 2 goes into
Yeah,
good.
they're really solid. They're not one for one with the X-Men, but like it's an adaptation. Like it's not
Hmm.
going to be one for one. And what is there is really good. Like I was going to mention, I think casting is one thing. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
there's a
Anna
reason like
Paquin
Sir
is
Patrick
yeah.
Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen like
We're still getting
are
brought back
Magneto and
now.
Charles. Yeah.
Anna Paquin as Rogue is interesting, and they could have done better with it. But I think that she was a great choice, and they did a good job with Rogue.
Yeah. A lot of shit for forgetting her accent, but that's only in X3. Like I
Yeah.
rewatched it, I just rewatched X2. She does do the accent.
Mhm. Oh, this just reminded me of something. Can we jump back to the ugly for a second?
Yeah, sure.
What the fuck was X Men Origins Wolverine?
Yeah.
Us talking about Rogue just made me think about Gambit.
Yeah.
And I feel like this might be a hot take. Channing Tatum Gambit. I don't want him back. I don't know.
I want somebody with that level of enthusiasm, and I don't know
I
if
don't know
there's
with that level
anyone
of
else.
enthusiasm, but also like the swagger. And I want someone who looks like a total little freak.
Yeah, that's the one thing is that Channing Tatum's too buff for
Yeah. I
Gambit. He needs to be
like
he's a sewer rat. He's a swamp rat.
Gambit.
Like
Gambit should be kind of hot, but he should be a hot little freak.
um
Okay,
well,
sorry.
and
We
if
can
we're
jump.
gonna talk about ugly
Okay, yeah.
in X-Men Origins Wolverine,
All
the
of
whole
it.
scene with the blob, bad.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
it's bad. That's it.
In
I don't really have
general,
anything else to say. It's bad.
a lot of the Wolverine Japan stuff was nowhere near as good in the movies as it was in the comics. And even then, you can make a case for was it good in the comics? Eh.
I like the Wolverine. Okay, I do have to specify that X-Men Origins Wolverine is so bad it's good. The
Yeah.
Wolverine, the second one, is just pretty good. Like
I
I wouldn't put it on the par of the other two, or like
and
the
you're for my hot take. I might
yeah.
rather watch X Men Origins Wolverine than the Wolverine because at least X Men Origins
Ooh,
Wolverine is entertainingly bad. The Wolverine is kind of just a movie that exists.
that is a hot take. I respect it though. I mean, like I think part of it is that you can really tell the Wolverine was trying to cash in on Iron Man. Like Silver
Yeah,
Samurai doesn't look like Silver Samurai. He looks like
he looks
an
like
Iron
an
Man
Iron
villain.
Man villain. Hmm.
That's definitely the biggest problem with that movie. Oh, well, and then Logan's a masterpiece, but you haven't watched that
Wait,
yet, I don't
I
think.
have.
Oh, you have. Okay, cool.
Yeah. The this is just a nitpick. And Deadpool and Wolverine. This goes into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Honestly, it's all of them. My
Yeah.
biggest. So I talked about the Channing Tatum of it. I also wish that Daphne Keane got to put on an actual Wolverine costume as Laura rather than okay, wear the sunglasses you looked at in Logan. That's
Yeah, that
not
was
that's
weird.
it would have been nice for her to get a suit up moment. And I think I even heard. I think she's even said like, "Yeah, I'm excited to be Wolverine." And Tom Taylor's all like, "That's my Wolverine. That's the Wolverine I wrote." And then it's Daphne Keene as X-23, but wearing glasses.
I think bringing back Wesley Snipes to play Blade was cool. And now that line about how he's the only
There
Blade has
will ever
aged.
be one Blade.
That's aged like fine wine. That is.
Oh yeah.
Um.
Hmm.
Oh my god, you want to talk about casting? I don't recall her name off the top of my head, but the lady that got to play Cassandra Nova. Oh my god,
Let's
that
see.
was
Yeah.
good
Just
casting.
I'm gonna check for their name. Let's see. Sandra Nova, Deadpool, Wolverine. Their name is Emma Corrin.
Yes, amazing casting.
Yeah, they
And
did a
I know
great
some
job.
people were like, "Oh, but like they're not old," and it's like, yeah, but it's fine. Like
Hmm.
I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Cassandra Nova isn't scary because she's old. Like I
Emma
don't, I don't
Corrin.
think
Let's
that
see. Emma
changes it
Corrin
that
made their
much.
television debut in 2019, so they're really new to
Ooh,
the scene.
man, they really need the same.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I mean, okay, I mean, like let's give it props to the man himself. Say what you will about Hugh Jackman, I think he was really good casting for Wolverine.
He was, yeah. So he was great for the personality and vibe of Logan, even if he wasn't the look of Logan.
Yeah, yeah, he's tall, but like he does, and he feels scrappy. That's the thing. Even though he is tall, he doesn't
Yes.
feel like a big guy.
Also, some of that probably comes from him being a classical theater actor put into the world of
Yes.
superhero actors.
Well, and I think that's also why Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian
Hmm.
McKellen do such a good job. It's that Shakespearean
Yeah.
training. Also, I would almost consider this a super good. The fact that Sir Ian McKellen has confirmed that he played Magneto as a gay man, like at
Yeah.
least to him,
Is there any other
like
way to play Magneto?
well, there shouldn't be, but unfortunately,
Yeah. Let's try to come up with a couple good of the young X-Men movies, the prequel ones.
I think
Uh,
those also had good casting. I think I like Michael Fassbender and
yeah.
James
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they did the best they could, living up to the shoes that were left for them. They did great jobs, but ultimately, I feel like Stewart and McKellen just became too iconic for for McAvoy and Fassbender to be beloved by audiences the same way.
I like how they were really gay too. That's cool.
Yeah. Let's see, Kevin Bacon as Shaw. That was pretty good. That's cool.
Yeah,
He was
he's
a
all. I
he was
mean,
a
like
he was
I'm
a
Kevin
he was,
Bacon's biggest defender.
he was a pretty good shot. He was a good shot. Like the helmet was weird, but he had a Hellfire Club. Choices were questionable, but it was very Shaw of him. His
This
hubris was
goes
Shaw.
for both the younger X-Men movies and the older ones. The way they handle Magneto's like Holocaust origins, I think is very. I think it's really good.
Both time, like
Very
I'm
respectful.
simply thinking of X3 with the numbers, and I want to say it was First Class with the bar. Those two scenes.
Well, no, when he bends the gate, is that what you're thinking of?
I'm thinking of the one where he's hanging out and hears people speaking German and goes over and talks to them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's first class. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because there's the scene in X1 where he's getting dragged away from his family and he bends the
I
gate
think that
that
one's so good we don't
controls.
even need to bring it up.
That one's good. I think when Shaw kills his mom in front of him for not
Yep.
moving the coin, the move the coin scene, like the whole thing, is just
Oh yeah.
because then it loops back around at the end of the movie when he
Yep.
kills Shaw with the coin. Oh my god, that's so
It's
cool.
good. And then, like I said, it was X3, I think, when they're getting the mutant gear and get their numbers for
Yes.
it. Where's your number?
Oh, if you're so proud about being a mutant, where's your mark? Let me tell you, young woman. And he pulls up his sleeve. I've only let a
I
needle
think the
touch my
character was.
breast.
I think the character was supposed to be someone who's super iconic to X-Men comics, but they made her nothing like it. So I'm going to check that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Frenzy, I think.
These are really wow.
I think so.
Multiple Man was in that movie. Remember? No, you
Yes.
don't.
Oh, and Quill. You remember Quill or whatever the fuck, or
Yeah,
Spike, whatever his name is?
yeah. They made a lot of choices about which characters to put in,
Oh,
especially since they
that's
were.
ugly. How they handled Celine and Dark Phoenix.
We got two
especially
different angels, and neither of them were really that good.
speaking of which, R.I.P.
Well,
Sal Buscema that just came out.
yeah. Oh yeah.
R.I.P.
Oh, and it was not Frenzy. Do you want to guess who the leader of the Omegas was? You want to take a wild guess?
Sienna Reyes? Or
No.
not Sienna Reyes. Sienna Blaze.
Cecilia Reyes. Nope. The first letter of that is correct.
But it's not Cecilia Reyes.
Nope. She's the leader of a group.
I
Let's
don't
see.
know.
Storm's girlfriend?
Oh, it's Callisto. That's
That's
right.
Callisto, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
Mm,
I don't even think she has
let's
an
see.
eye patch.
Apparently, she auditioned to play Stacy X and impressed by Ratner so much they decided to bring her in to play Callisto instead.
Oh, that's right, because Stacey X is in that movie.
Dr. Kavita Rao was in it.
Yes, Kavita Rao's in it, because that storyline had just wrapped up, and they were like, oh shit, like, that's really good, we have to adapt that.
Oh, and Quill is not actually in the movie. You know who is, though?
Hmm.
Kid Omega, with the ability to eject sparks from his body and face.
Right, yeah, but he's called Kid Omega for some reason, yeah.
Spike was in the movie, though.
Yes.
Let's see.
Good for Spike.
Yeah, Claude Perman was
You
in
know
it.
if he's Storm's nephew in X-Men Evolution? I'm so
Yeah.
curious how that works. Like,
Okay.
does
Well,
she have a sister?
yeah. Don't worry about it. Anole was apparently in the movie. Avalanche
Yes.
and Vanisher.
Based.
The Cuckoo's technically make an appearance.
That's an ugly. I think that Foxverse has one of the straightest pyros we've ever had.
Yeah.
He's straight as
Especially
hell. And
considering
then
one
when
of
he
the
showed
gayest
back up in
Bobbies.
Deadpool and Wolverine, he was even straighter.
Mm-hmm. Bleach was in the movie. Was in that. He was because that was the big part at the end.
Yes.
Okay, so Marvel's really big on bringing back all the actors from the X-Men movies, right? You know
Yes.
who I want to see them bring back, and there's no good way to do it, but it'd be fun no matter what.
Okay.
But bring back Elliot Page as Kitty Pryde.
We could make Cat Pride happen. We can make
Oh
or
yeah,
what's the fan
absolutely.
name? That's not the fan name. What's the is it Colin Pride? I've heard that one, I think.
Let's see. If I look up Kitty Pryde gender band, we'll see what the top result is.
Okay. That works.
Uh, I need someone needs to give me a name for this. Okay, whatever. We'll go with Colin Pride.
Yeah, I like Colin Pride. Cool. It's not very
Alternative,
Jewish, but whatever.
Alternatively, Disney says, "No, fuck you. We're making your detransition for this."
That would be insane, but the mouse would do it, unfortunately. The mouse would
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
all hail the
I
mouse.
love referring to Disney as the mouse. It's like my favorite because
Your second favorite.
The idea of Mickey personally handling
We did have
"Haha,
Mickey sending. We did have Mickey
stop
sending
taking your
Elliot Page a letter.
testosterone! Haha." Could you imagine? Well, I
Uh,
think with that, we're officially in the yap portion
yeah,
of the
yeah.
pod.
Do we want to keep talking about the mouse and the things that in Marvel have been up to?
Yeah, we can talk about the mouse. The
And this
mouse is
isn't the
making
mouse.
some. Oh, I
Oh,
guess
go
it's
ahead.
Marvel. I was gonna say, yeah. Let's talk about the ultimate situation.
Yeah, we both knew we were going to talk about it. What is it? We don't know. Is it good? We don't know. What's it about? We don't know. That won't stop us from talking about it, though. So let's go.
Yeah. I made a post about this, and I'm gonna bring it up again. I think it's really interesting how we're in almost an identical scenario to
Yes.
Heroes Reborn, and it seems like this new Ultimate thing is an homage to Heroes Reborn, and I think that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, X-Men books are really popular right now, but they're not that good. Um,
I feel like you could even put an argument about if they're that popular.
there's a lot of them. I think that's more my. I
There you
guess
go.
that's more what I'm getting at. Yeah,
There's a lot
because
of
that's the
them.
same thing you
Yes.
get with the '90s. Like you get
We're
Adjectiveless,
overprinting as well.
Uncanny, X Factor, X Force, New Mutants. Well,
Wolverine.
not New Mutants, Wolverine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Excalibur.
Gambit had solo around here too.
Gambit had a solo, yep. So it's like we have that going on. We have the fact that like no other character is really all that popular
Spider-Man, but
other
that
than
kind of he
Spider-Man.
kind of always is.
You're right. Well, and that's the other thing from Heroes Reborn, right? Is that it was
Mm,
Spider-Man and X-Men that they kept. Everything else fucking got the reboot.
yeah.
Um, because like, okay, at least from what I understand, and you can back this up or deny as you will, the
Mhm.
people who are reading the books that are good are really adamant about it. The problem is not everybody's reading the good books. So like,
Yeah.
what's a random example?
I'm gonna see what you're gonna pick.
Well, I was gonna say Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's on hiatus right now, so that doesn't feel fair.
Isn't it coming back next week? This
No,
week?
I think it got delayed. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Marvel's been delaying a lot recently. DC's been delaying not strained amount, a pretty large amount too, but not to the same extent, I don't think.
All right, hit the wrong button.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm looking it up. This is is this one Vengeance? No, this is more Spectre Moon Knight.
Yeah, it's February 11th. It's not coming
Okay,
back till the
so
11th.
2 weeks.
But like, so that's like a good example. Well, okay, I'll use that as an example because usually that book's going on. It just so happens it's taking a break. So like, Moon Knight's
Mhm.
really good. It's some of the best Moon Knight ever. But not everybody's reading it. You, for example, are not reading it. I'm not blaming you for it. I'm just
I've
pointing
been
it
meaning
out.
to at some point, but
Yeah. So like that's a really good example. Um
yeah,
I'd even throw Miles Morales Spider-Man into that. I know it's ending, so it's like kind of a moot point. But I would say
yeah.
like when that book was going on, the people that liked it were like, "Oh my god, this is the best book on the shelves." But not everybody was
Mhm.
reading it, and neither you nor I were reading it.
Yeah, I've
Um
read bits and pieces. No, I think I only read Ahmed Miles, which was a while back. Captain America's been good so far.
That's a good example. Um, I mean, I'd even throw Jed McKay's Avengers in there.
Yeah.
Like, the
You want to
people
throw
that
Jed
like it
McKay's
really
Nova
like
in
it.
as well and go for the full sweep?
Yeah, I mean, I just really like Jed McKay. I'm a Jed McKay.
Mhm.
To my local comic book shop owners' disgust, I do love Jed McKay.
Yeah. Shout out
Um,
Terry though.
he doesn't agree with me, but he does love me, and that, you know
We
what?
love
That's
Third
what
Coast
matters.
Comics because he loves
Yeah.
us back.
That's why I'm actually
Fantastic
not gonna.
Four.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four. That's a great example. Um, or even like, I mean, it was an event book, but like the way people were talking about Red Hulk or
Hmm. A lot of the Ben Percy's been putting out a lot of good but kind of under the radar things, I think.
yeah, his Punisher series right now. Which I was gonna get the new ongoing, but I decided not to. But stick around, and that might change.
Let's see, the
Um,
his Wolverine Deadpool.
Wolverine
You were
before
raving
that
about that for
ended.
a bit.
Yo, Deadpool and Wolverine's really good, yeah. But it's
Well,
got Strife in it, so of course it's
yeah, I was
good.
gonna say, I know why you were raving about it, but let's see. But yeah, there's a
Oh,
lot
but
of
you know
good
what else
books
it
I haven't
has
came
that
across.
you would be interested in? It has more stuff with the Iraqi after
Okay,
Krakoa. And
that's
you've been
interesting. Yeah.
clamoring. That was one of the things you mentioned. You're like, oh, this is what I don't like about the current X-Men
Well, if
books.
we're gonna talk about things we don't like about the current era, then we would need a whole nother episode. Stay tuned for that.
Very
It
true.
will happen. I
Stay
bet.
tuned.
It wasn't on our list, but
May
now it will be.
You know what? I'm not going to do this on air, but I will bring up an idea to you after the pod, and then we
Okay.
can decide if we want to commit to it.
Yeah.
Um, what else did I want to yap about? Um, DC. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so wait, let's do the other side of it. So Marvel is kind of in a slop right now. Meanwhile, DC is killing it.
Oh yeah. Next level and absolute, this is one of the best runs they've been on, I think.
You got Next Level, you got Absolute. I think all of the current titles right now are pretty damn good. Um,
All the ones we're reading, at least. I don't know if I can speak for like Green Lantern and the Flash.
Well, Flash is in a weird spot right now with KO, but
That's the next level. Flash and Titans, and there was another one that's
oh, did
getting
they
a
announce
creative change,
that
I think.
Flash is getting a next level? Like,
It's
is
not
it a
getting
new
a
creative team?
yeah. It's I want to say Ryan North.
Oh, okay, well, shoot, guess who's pulling Flash
Let
now?
me double check, but yeah, they announced this a while back. I thought you knew it, so I didn't say anything to you
I did
before.
not. Here, we'll get my live reaction.
I'm looking it up.
Have I
Oh, here we go.
mentioned on the show my
Yep.
relationship with the Cy Spurrier run? I
Yeah, I
feel like
think you
this has
have.
come up.
Yeah, how you skipped an issue and didn't even realize because you
Yeah.
were as lost as usual. But yeah, Ryan North and Gavin Guidry. Guidry?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
pull
don't know.
this. I'll at least pull this first issue.
And it's
That
focusing on
cover is
Wally.
really cute.
Hmm. All of these are, yeah. Captain Cold's showing up, and they're teaming
Yes.
up.
Question mark?
Well, in the issue 32, it says that brings Flash and Captain Cold together. So,
I don't know. I'll catch up and read all of the Spurrier run eventually, just because I want to say I've read it. But like, yeah, I was just not. And I'm not even opposed to like doing high concept stuff with the Flash. I think you can pull that off. I just didn't.
mhm.
I just wasn't messing with the high concept he was trying to do. Um, what's some other good DC stuff? Oh, both Superman and Action have been really consistent. Supergirl, for
Mhm.
that matter.
The super books and well, actually, I haven't been reading Unlimited or anything, but it seems like they're good.
Crypto was good. It was sad, but it was good.
Crypto is good.
Made me
Yeah.
very sad.
Well, yeah, it's a book with
Um,
a dog. We knew this would happen. When are
yeah,
we
it was
getting a
bound to
streaky? When are
happen.
we getting a streaky book? That's my question.
I mean, even like, I mean, it's funny now because Vertigo is coming back, so it's like womp womp. But like,
Hmm.
even Black Label's in a pretty good spot right now. Um, one last hurrah before before
Yeah.
because nobody's gonna. I know they're not stopping Black Label when Vertigo comes back, but nobody's gonna care about Black Label.
Okay, yeah, it's not gonna have the same connotation it does now.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of all of the Vertigo,
Oh
oh my
yeah.
god,
I
yeah.
wish I had unlimited money so I could pull them all and check them out. I'll this might be what gets me back using DC Infinite again in reading online is that all these titles look so good.
I'm really excited. I've been diving back and reading like older Vertigo stuff. I've been reading Grant
Constantine
Morrison's Doom
Freak.
Patrol.
You
I've been
see a
reading
little
Constantine.
you see a scrunkly guy in a trench coat smoking a cigar and you'll do anything for them.
I do. I've been reading Fables, and that's exactly what's been happening.
Scrunkly guy in a
Um,
trench coat, cigar.
I'm about to spend 14.99 on a choose your own adventure game, and I hate choose your own adventure games, but Scrungly Wolf
He
Guy's in
would.
it. Um, anyway, my point being is that like I think what's really exciting about Vertigo coming back is that there's nothing quite like a Vertigo book in the sense
Hmm.
of like it's
DC has
indie.
tried and DC has tried many times to replicate
Yes,
the Vertigo success and never lived up to it.
it's not the same. I like
Arguably, Young
most of the
Animal
Young
kind of
Animal
did.
books.
Yeah,
I like
but
most of them.
the problem is that they saw the franchises that blew up from Vertigo rather than the creatives that blew up from
Yes,
Vertigo. And it's really obvious when they changed the Vertigo imprint to Sandman Universe.
yes. I think that's a
Whereas
really good
now, I,
example.
I think that might be like one Tynan verse House by the Sea type book in this new Vertigo. Other than
Yeah,
that,
this
it's
has
all
by
fresh.
the sea. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all. But other than that, it's all fresh, creator-driven stories, which is hopefully going to get us back to those roots.
yeah. And it's not like they can't do like I'd love to see a new Vertigo Hellblazer title or like Swamp Thing. Like that'd be fun. But like yeah,
Or
like
Doom
what made
Patrol.
Vertigo was these original fables, Enigma, like these really or do what the first round of Vertigo did and like
Hmm.
take concepts that haven't been used in years and try something crazy with them. You look at what Shade the Changing Man was before the Vertigo version and then after, and it's like night and day. They're two different characters practically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited.
It'll be a cool thing to see, and I hope it goes well.
Denise Camp zombie book. Very cool. Very
Traveling
excited.
dinosaur book. I like time
Oh
traveling.
yeah,
I
the
like
dinosaur book.
dinosaurs.
That looks
Is
cool.
that who was that? Is that the Tom Taylor one?
That might be. That
I
sounds
don't know.
very
I'm
Tom
looking.
Taylor.
It does. Well, no, arguably it doesn't, because if it was a Tom Taylor book, it would involve some plucky kids going on happy adventures.
That also happens to involve dinosaurs.
Well, yeah. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh, it is, but I forgot a key aspect. It's not just a time travel zombie. Or it's not just time travel dinosaur book. I gave it away. It's the time travel zombie dinosaur book.
Oh, that's right. There's zombie dinosaurs.
Nick
No, that looks
Cretaceous.
fun.
That's such a stupid name,
There's
but
like
I
a
love it.
criminal style noir series coming out. I mean, that's probably the one I'm the least interested in, but like I might read it. There's
There's a
like
lot of cool
a
stuff.
Flash Gordon style space opera thing. That'll be fun.
Mhm.
No, it's just good. Okay, I feel like we've been jerking DC off a little bit too much. I think it's time to transition to our other popular
Or
segment
or reliable. One of the two constants on this show: buying comics and Bad Family Slander
and
Hour.
Bat Family Slander Hour.
So do you
What
want to
do you
start with
want
what
to
we
talk
know we have to
about?
talk about? Do you want to start with what we
What do
know
we
we have
got
to
to
talk
talk?
about? Or the vague thing I alluded to you about?
Yes.
Which do you want to go with?
Do the vague thing you alluded to.
Okay, I'm surprised you didn't want to start with more Loeb, but sure. That the Bat Family needs a shake up. We've
Yes.
had the same characters in the same roles for far too long, and I'm saying not just Robin gets a shake up, not just Batgirl gets a shake up, not all three main roles. Give me a new Batman, a new Robin, a new Batgirl.
You
And
want like radical bat
if you,
terrorism.
I want to see you guess who my pick for these three are. I think you can get two pretty easily. I'll be impressed if you get the
Steph
third.
and Cass for sure.
No,
What? Oh shit.
I think that Steph is kind of needs to have something that's bigger and better, setting her apart. If she wants to stick as spoiler and doing things, that's great. She could always be Batgirl, but I don't think that's what they need right now. We've done a Steph Batgirl. I want
But
to see
what
a new
about
character take
Cass?
Batman.
What about Cass as Batman?
Yep, you got it. Cass is the Bats. So Robin. If
Maps?
yep, we give Maps as Robin, and
And then
you still haven't finished Batgirl 2009, have you?
no.
Okay, then you are not getting her Batgirl. But do you want to take a guess?
Is it the girl in the wheelchair from Batman or Batgirl 2009?
I don't.
Not Oracle, obviously.
It's not
The other
Proxy.
one.
I do think we need
Yeah.
Proxy back, but that's a different.
Then
I can
no,
get
I
into
think
this.
that's
This is
I don't
Nell
think I know
Little.
them.
Nell Little.
Oh yeah.
She kind of almost Forrest Gumps her way through Batgirl 2009, showing up every time Steph does something. At the end, she's like, "You're my favorite Batgirl." And then in Steph's Black Mercy dreams, one of them featured Nell Little as Batgirl, and that image is incredible. And I think would go really well with it. Maps Robin and a cast bat.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that we give Jason a shake up, get him not doing the same thing that gets his book canceled after one issue, which is a new record.
Yeah, what if we send him back to New Orleans?
I think that we need. I'd love to see a more classic Birds of Prey with coordinator Babs and field agents Dinah and Helena. Would love to see that. I think that Tim needs to shake up from being Robin like he has for 33 years. No, more than that. Or 35 years.
Something like that.
Damien, I think, even needs to move on from Robin. Then to run with Dr. Midnight or something. I don't know. Let's see.
Like, just get rid of him. Get him out of here.
hmm I think that Babs can move on from being only with the Bat Family. I think that we could bring back Proxy if we want to do that with Bat Family stuff. We could have Babs be for the DC universe as a whole. I don't think we need a Death of Oracle situation, but I mean she could just be a Birds character. Let's see, what else? Who am I missing? Bruce should die. I've said that many times. I think it could be very interesting to have a story with, like I said, cast maps and Nell. But then also, like in the background, you have Carrie Kelly. You have one of the. I know these names. I just haven't watched the show. the McGinnises. One of the McGinnises goes to
Oh,
school,
sure,
or
there you go.
Terry's dad goes to school with maps. Have him as a supporting character. I think Carrie Kelly's an established character. Have her be a supporting character in this. Really lay the seeds for this. These are generations. These are ideals that have inspired the future.
No, I think that's fair. It definitely seems like, at least in my opinion, that like I don't know, like people just don't really care about the Bat Fam in its current state, and like maybe a shakeup is what's because like let's be real, like what's going on with anybody right now? Like,
Mhm. The same thing's been going on with them since 2011.
well, and like okay,
Actually, no, I can't say that. Tim was Red Robin in 2011. Now he's just Robin.
so like you look at like I think like the Batgirl book is a really example. They've practically had to turn Cass into an OC just to do something with her because it's clear
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to do something with her in her current state. I don't think it's a condemnation of Cass herself. I think it's just more it's like, well, because we have to stick within these specific like lines for the character.
With how the characters have been who they are, there have been a lot of situations where the stories that creators want to tell have already been told. And like we're
Yeah.
already in a situation where what was I gonna say? I would, this is a Marvel thing, but like Laura has been retreading only Wolverine for the past 10 years, and Batman has been doing the same thing, but for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, I think that's a great example. Like,
This is something we talked with one of our friends about many times.
yes.
Is just Laura being stuck in the same cycle of doing the same thing over and over again. And at this point, the Bat Family is doing it too, but worse.
No, absolutely. It's the same thing but worse. And it's just like at this point, you know, why are we even bothering? You know? Or not
Mm-hmm.
actually no, that's wrong. Not that I understand why they're bothering, because these are popular characters,
Who's that?
um, who sell. Um, they're popular characters who sell. There's something about this state that DC seems to believe is like the ideal, right? There's something about it that like
Mm-hmm.
speaks to them. I don't know why, but it just does. Um, yeah. Mm, shouldn't have done that. That's gross. But
Edit it out. We say knowing we don't edit.
no, no edit. It'll be there forever.
Mm.
Where was I going at this point? I had a point. Oh, wait. Okay, yes. So everything's stuck, and that's why. And this is a good transition to talk about the other thing that we should talk about in Batman Slander Hour. That's why I think you can get losers like Jeff Loeb who crawl in and are like, "I'm just going to do a Batman story that doesn't make any sense for the current continuity," but it also kind of does because nothing's changed in like 20 years.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
let's
with
talk
that, let's
about
move into
Earl
it.
Punching Bag. Yeah.
Bro, not Hattush
So
right now. This is a different
yeah,
Jeff Loeb slander.
it's what
Batman Wonder
Batman,
Woman
the truth,
that that has Joker and Harley as a couple again.
and they're gonna steal her. They're gonna steal Diana's lasso for reasons.
Nefarious reasons, I assume, even.
Yes, and it's a mini, right? It's not just a one shot.
I believe so, yeah.
Unfortunate.
Multiple issues of this.
Okay, before we say anything, how do you just feel about that? Like when you saw the announcement, like what was your like genuine reaction?
That it wasn't real and someone was just making up things to prank me because I didn't see the
Like an
official
AI
solicit.
generated for sure. I can see that.
Like when I first found out about it, it was from a friend DMing me and just said I'm trying to see if I can find it right now. So I know exactly what it said. Oh yeah. So someone literally just sent me new Batman Wonder Woman book, Jim Chung on art, Jeff Loeb writer, and I was like, oh, That's a funny joke. That would be awful. And then they started telling me more deals, and I was like, wait, this is real? Where are you getting this info from? And I found out it was real.
I was shook. I think shook is a
Yeah.
good way of saying it. I was
Yeah.
it it almost I think Brian put it well. It seems like intentional rage bait on DC's part
It
of like
does, yeah.
what would get fans the most riled up. Ooh, Wonder Woman's in a weird spot right now. What if we do another Wonder Woman thing? But oh, we got an author that people are really conflicted about. Ooh, and we'll
Mhm.
throw a Batman in there because everybody loves
Mhm.
Batman.
Yeah, people don't really like Tom King Wonder Woman. Let's give it a shakeup. We'll have Jeff Loeb Wonder Woman instead.
Jeff Love Wonder Woman. Yeah. Oh, and you know what else people love? Harley dating the Joker. Everybody loves that. Like,
People have been complaining about how Harley Ivy is right now, so we'll give him Harley Joker instead. It almost feels like a book where they're like, okay, here's what people complaining about. Let's show them how good they have it,
I
and
was
that it could
about
be
to
so much
drop the
worse.
hottest take about Harley and Ivy, but I don't know. I don't know if the people are ready for that.
Okay.
You know what? I'll say it. I think most of the Jane from HR's
Janet,
hate. Yeah, I think most of the Janet from HR hate is one fabricated, but two, most of the genuine stuff is people who don't want to admit they're polyphobic. Um,
okay.
and I speak my truth.
I have no comment on this, so
You're like, I'm not getting into
it's
this.
really just me not knowing enough about Harley Ivy Janet or
How much
polygamities in
you read a
general.
little bit of that run, right? How much of
I
that
read
run did
most.
you read?
I read basically up to All In, and then kind of fell
Oh
off.
yeah, we ended around the same spot. Yeah,
But also, it's just me being uninformed on the general situation,
true, true.
and I haven't really
Um,
seen what the online discourse is like. I try and steer clear of that.
as you should. I know
Let's
this is
see.
Bat Fam slander hour, but I just kind
Oh,
of I'm just thinking about all these online discourses I keep saying that annoy me.
I think
Like
online discourse slander hour could be its own episode.
it could be.
That's just how
Stay
the comic
tuned.
fandom goes
Here,
sometimes.
you brought it up, so I'll tie this in. Stay tuned for the hey, everybody who says Captain America would support ICE is an idiot episode. Because
Those next episodes planned out. It's X-Men is kind of bad right now, and your worst online discourse is discussed. Send us your worst online takes you've seen, and we'll talk about it.
okay, unironically, like okay, since we said it in the episode, absolutely, I would totally, I would
Yeah,
love to see.
you know the league account for the show. You know our league accounts. DM us, tag us, whatever. We're just random things you see, and
I'll
we
make a
can try to
Google
talk about it.
Doc, like all drama YouTubers. I'll make a
Well, my
Google
first started
Doc.
making a spreadsheet,
There you go.
a PowerPoint presentation.
That'd be really funny. Ooh, that'd be funny.
Moving on from
Okay.
that.
Yes. Very
Any other
constructive.
Haters things to talk about right now? We might get the chance to meet Jeff Loeb, and we
I
think
was
we
gonna
have
say
to.
I'm going to make a tentative announcement on the pod. It's become a running joke, our love-hate relationship with Hattush.
Where's the love? He pays the
Yeah,
bills if we were getting
he
paid.
pays the bills. Yeah. It's like that line from Turbo. It's like, you got the skills to pay the bills. That is, if snails had to pay bills.
Hmm.
Um, well, okay. I think we can say at least we're gonna commit to reading it. We'll read the whole thing once it's finished. I think we'll say
Yeah.
that much.
The last issue comes out the week before this con. There's a very real chance that one of us, or that we just split the duties and buy all the issues right before
Yeah,
it.
that's like the and maybe.
There's a scary
Oh,
chance
well,
that we get the
the
giant size
maybe is
issues.
that we get them signed. I would say the maybe is that we get them signed.
Yeah, we're going to read this. The extra maybe is that we get the giant size issues and get those signed.
Yes. At least the first one. I think at least the first issue would be funny.
Go up with a giant
Uh,
size Tatoosh #1 to him and be like, "Hi, my friend and I have a podcast and we talk about you all the time."
And I can't stress this enough. There are actual things I would like Jeff Loeb to sign. Like I have all of Daredevil Yellow. Love that book. I would love to get that signed.
Long
But
Halloween,
amazing book. I would love to have that signed. But you
but
know what would be funnier?
there's a reason that I have the Tom King Batman cover signed. To
Yeah.
be clear, the cover that Tom King drew. I want to say it's
Yeah.
Batman
You didn't get peak
134,
signed
April
like
Fools.
me.
Oh, I did. You didn't get peak signed like me.
Yeah, I got the Batman Elmer Fudd crossover signed.
Okay,
Thank you
that's
very
true.
much.
No matter what you say about Tom King, everyone can agree that Batman Elmer Fudd is a fun story.
I was gonna say if there's one comic like we cannot recommend enough on this pod, it's the
Well, it's
Batman Elmer
Exterminators by
Fudd.
Leah Williams.
Well, that too. Well, now I feel weird about
It's
recommending
Batgirl 2009 by Brian Q. Miller.
that one. I don't
It's
feel
Bir-
that
it's
bad.
it's Birds of Prey by Kelly Thompson.
Callie Thompson, and then Batman Elmer Fudd.
No, there'd be a long list before Batman Elmer Fudd.
My whittle cloud, my whittle clouds.
We have a lot of things we want people to read
Yeah, because we're readaholics,
who don't have enough time to read.
and yet we find a way.
Life finds a way.
This is how I'm going to transition. Watch this. Speaking of things we shouldn't have made time for, you like that?
Yeah,
All right.
I like this.
Speaking of things we shouldn't have made time for, we
This
binged.
weekend we were
Yes,
bored because the weather is awful, so we do what any rational people would do. We hopped on Discord, we booted up Max, and
and
we
for
watched.
10 hours straight.
Wasn't it 11
Again,
hours?
yes, for 11 hours straight. Well, actually, no, because you got up and showered in the middle of it. I'll
Yeah, I
spoil
was up for
that.
like 45 minutes to an hour, and I
But
still think I
for
watched too
pretty
much.
long. Well, and you'd already seen it, so like that
Yeah,
still count. Well, no, actually, you already
we
seen that version.
we still haven't even said what we did. We
We
watched
watched
the
the Snyder
Snyderverse.
trilogy. Yeah,
We watched Man of Steel. We watched BVS Extended Edition, and we watched Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League: Justice is Gray. And
and
we have
what a time it
thoughts.
was. Yes, we have a lot of thoughts. Where do we want to start?
How about the beginning?
Sure, let's start at the beginning. Man of Steel is bad.
Yeah,
I don't agree with people who say, well, it's a bad Superman movie, but it's like an okay movie. I don't agree with
this is
that.
not a Nolan Batman movie situation.
Yeah, it's not a Nolan Batman situation. It's certainly not um like because I'd also throw like the 80s
You
Swamp Thing movies in there. I'd
you
throw
want
the
to hear what I have
Nicolas
to
Cage
say?
Ghost Rider. What do you say?
Watching the '80s Supergirl movie is more fun than watching Man of Steel.
Oh, easily. I would rather watch the 80s Supergirl movie. I liked that. I had a fun time watching that.
I might even rather watch Catwoman than Man of Steel.
Oh, easily. It's got a basketball scene. You know what Man of Steel doesn't have? Basketball
A
scene.
basketball scene. You know, Man of Steel doesn't have a cut every half second.
It's just
There we go.
like
I can give it that. The editing isn't as bad as Catwoman.
yeah. And like Henry Cavill does the best he can with a bad script. Like I can't lie, he does a pretty good job, but like it's a
Oh
really
yeah,
bad script. So what else? The politics of it all are really weird. Well, that goes for the whole trilogy, but like specifically like Man of Steel has this weird like eugenics thing going on.
not to mention the whole thing has the Superman as Jesus imagery.
Yeah, Superman is Jesus imagery, which is always more obnoxious than I remember it being. And then I watch the
Yeah,
movies again, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so obnoxious. Oh
yeah.
wait, was it during Man of Steel or Batman v Superman? I made the Doug Walker comparison.
I want to say it was Man of Steel.
Okay, my running joke with Man of Steel, for those of you that know you're a nostalgia critic, is that almost every criticism that the nostalgia critic says about the Pink Floyd The Wall movie, you can actually apply to Man of Steel, and I think that's really funny. Specifically, and I might have to show Laney this clip after we record the episode. There's the one where it's like the nostalgia critic and he's like pretending to swim and he goes, "Doesn't this make me look like Jesus? I'm Jesus," in his annoying nostalgia critic voice. It's so bad.
Uh,
God, we should just watch that whole thing. That's a trip.
no, I think we're good.
You're good. You're like, I'm good. Yeah, like Man of Steel, it's just weird. Well, okay, I'll try to be a little nice. What's some praise I can give? I like Amy Adams as Lois. I think that's
Well,
fine.
here it's an S.
It's an S. I really like Ma Kent, actually. I'll say that for
Oh
the whole
yeah,
trilogy. I actually like her a lot.
Mark Kent
I
is a high point throughout. In fact, I'm gonna look up who plays her so we can
Yes,
give
she
her a
deserves
shout out.
credit. I was gonna
You know,
say, like, it's unfortunate that you can tell Snyder's like weird. I wouldn't call him a misogynist, but I definitely think he has weird views about
it's
women.
good.
Um,
Diane Lane.
Thank you, Diane. Yes, yeah, Diane did a great job.
She was the first cast member to
Um,
join the film after Henry Cavill.
oh, that's interesting.
You know who does a good job despite not getting despite not getting to do his iconic thing.
Hmm.
Lawrence Fishburne is Perry White.
Yes. Oh yeah, consistently throughout the whole trilogy, Lawrence Fishburne is Perry White. Great. He
I
has
wish you
some of the
got it.
funniest
And don't
lines in the
call me
movies.
Chief. But
Yeah.
do we want to talk about if we're talking about missed opportunities? There was a character who with a call sign Guardian in the movie. You know,
Yeah,
Guardian.
what's
Everyone
up
was
with that? We could
Guardian.
have gotten Guardian stuff.
Uh, John Kent saying, "No, don't save me. You should have let those kids
What was I
die."
supposed to do? Let them die? Maybe?
Maybe. Jimmy Olsen in BVS. This will be our transition to BVS, I think.
Yeah,
Remember,
Jimmy Olsen getting killed.
he's a CIA
Literally
guy.
because, and I think Zack Snyder said that, like, he hates Jimmy, so he was like, oh, I
Yeah,
want to kill Jimmy in my movie.
and the fact that Jimmy was a CIA guy who just happened to be a photographer as well on the side.
Yeah, that was interesting. Everything to do with Batman in these movies is weird.
And the Batman villains with KG Beast, who's actually Firefly.
Yes. Well, and it's like,
I think the
he works
most
for Lex
pretentious. Oh,
Luthor.
sorry, I was saying the most pretentious Batman origin story ever. I think,
Yes.
especially in the extended version.
Yeah, they drag out the Waynes getting shot. I do. I like when Bruce isn't in the mansion. I don't like that in the Snyderverse. He's like, "Oh, my parents are dead. I can't live here anymore." Like that's weird.
Yeah,
And then in Justice League, they imply it's going to become like the Hall of
the Hall of
Justice.
Justice.
Um,
Mhm.
that's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Diana,
Uh,
just the Diana
some
of it all.
Okay, so the Diana was mixed at best. However, Hans Zimmer's Wonder Woman theme is
Yes,
second to none, to the point where we made it a soundbite on Discord.
we do have it as a soundbite. However, it did get to the point where we couldn't tell if one of us was hitting the soundbite button or if the movie was just spamming that song.
I think that's
So
our
I feel like
fault
that's
though, because
yeah.
it didn't use it that much. We just used it too
Yeah.
much.
Let's see what else with BVS. I think the politics of BVS are really weird.
Oh
Um,
yeah, about how maybe you shouldn't have a democracy. You should just listen to the big strong guy who is human, by the way, and not an alien from space. Let the rich people
yes,
and smart guys figure things out.
yeah. Let the rich guys and smart guys figure it out. And the only reason that rich
This would be Elon
guys,
Musk's favorite movie, wouldn't it?
I know he mentioned something to do with it, so I'm not shocked. Um, but like specifically, like there's this like implication that it's like, oh, the rich guys and the smart guys are only fighting each other because they're being manipulated by like bad guys, and it's like, oh, if we just got rid of the bad guys, like smart people would help us, or smart and rich people
Can
would
I
help
interrupt with
us.
something? Sorry.
Yes.
I did a quick Google search to see if Elon had said anything about Snyder, but the first result that came up was a Reddit post from r slash the Snyder Cut
Oh.
asking, what if we ask Elon Musk to buy Snyderverse? Perfectly encapsulates
Oh,
everything. That sums up our thoughts, I think.
absolutely. And then for Justice League, I feel like we have to talk about the dark side and the new gods of it all.
Well, first, can we talk
Um,
about the dark side in that there's a version of the movie that's just in black and white for no
yes,
reason
we
other
watched the
than
black and
some of the
white
visual
version.
effects weren't that good.
Yes. Yeah, the visual effects were a big reason they did that. Apparently, Snyder was like, "Oh, because it has a more noir tone, like I
Yeah,
want it shot in black and white," which it straight up doesn't. I don't know what. I don't think he's ever seen a noir movie before. In fact, I don't think he's ever seen any film
it really
ever,
does.
and I think
A
that
noir
explains
movie
a
is
lot
when
of
you
it.
black and white, and the more black and the more white, the more noir it is.
I guess. Um. Oh, I feel like we didn't bring it up when we were talking about BVS. Like the fact that it's clear that he read Dark Knight Returns, but he doesn't really
And
have
thought
like
it was
the
the coolest book
context.
ever.
Yeah, he's like, this is the coolest thing ever. I have no idea what it's about, but I think it's really cool. Like,
Hmm.
no, I think for sure, like those are the two big ones where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like
Hmm. Let's see. The fact that it says, "Hey, there are Green Lanterns," and then does nothing with them because he was hoping to
yes,
get more.
what's up with that? Uh,
Let's see. If we're talking
bad.
about Zack Snyder DC, we almost talked ourselves into watching Watchmen before realizing that would have made the already monumental journey like 15 hours instead of
Yes,
11.
yeah,
But
glad we
maybe
didn't do
some
that,
point
but
we'll
we'll
get to give
probably
us
do
our
that.
Watchmen take.
Yeah. I think okay, because I think it's good that we talked about the Fox verse and the Snyder verse in the same episode because what I'll say with this, I have such fond memories of the Fox stuff, even when it was at its worst, right? Like
Mhm.
Dark Phoenix, X-Men Apocalypse, like even the worst stuff, I have such like, aw, like wasn't that fun in like a fucked up kind of way. I don't have that for any of the Snyder stuff, really.
Yeah.
Maybe for the other
I
DCEU properties,
oh
like I'd
yeah,
maybe
like
say Wonder
like Blue
Woman,
Beetle
Suicide
was
Squad.
good. You're
Uh,
saying the Suicide Squad, right?
I would
Not
say
Suicide
both
Squad.
because even though the original like isn't good, like at least I feel more about Dark Phoenix. I feel the same way I feel about like Dark Phoenix that I do about Suicide
Okay,
Squad.
let's see what else. The Birds of Prey movie is pretty good.
Still
I'm
need to see
interested to see
it.
what this writer will do with Batman. And I'll
Um, Shazam.
cherry picking the couple
I
bad
like
movies.
Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam was pretty good. There were quite a few hits in the
I would
DCEU.
even say, and I know we clown on it a lot, but like I
We
would
enjoyed
rather
watching The
watch The
Flash.
Flash. I would
Yeah, there you
rather
go.
watch The Flash than watch the Snyder movies.
Can we talk about one thing from BVS?
Yes.
This goes off Dick Grayson for no reason. That's Dick
Yeah.
Grayson who's dead.
Yeah. That's weird. The fact that Batman's been active for so long, but he's still like, oh, aliens? What's up with that? That's weird. Like,
The fact that we built to there being Green Lanterns that did nothing with them, including having a
I think
John Stewart casted and in, I think, the Snyder Cut for a minute.
don't they say he's been active for like 20 years in Justice League, right? I think there's a
Probably, yeah.
like, okay, so you've been Batman for 20 years. And first of all, not everybody believes you exist, which is straight up horseshit, right?
Mhm.
Like, in BVS, they mention all the time, like, oh, you really believe in this Bat Freak? And it's like, he's been doing this for. There's a fucking bat signal on the roof of GCPD. Like,
Yeah,
what do you mean you don't believe in him?
it does. It tries to take a lot of things from a lot of movies and doesn't do that any of them really well. Movies, a lot of
Yes.
storylines. It doesn't do any of them well or in a way that makes sense.
Yes. It's bad. And I think with that, we've brought ourselves to an end. another lovely episode of Leaguing Out. Do you have any final thoughts you want to say before we sign off?
Uh, I think we should sell the Snyderverse to Elon Musk just to see what happens with it and to keep those people and shut those people up for a bit.
Maybe he turns it into like a crypto scam. Like you have to buy like NFTs to
Oh,
watch the Snyderverse.
it's not really a scam, but remember when there was a Zack Snyder's Justice League meal that you could order?
Yeah! Oh my god, that's a flashback.
Uh, I thought it was kind of decent, I guess.
Good for them.
Yeah. Final thought. Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh no. Alright, there we go. Okay. Meow 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 meow.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that, meowing off. This is Cybershine, meowing off.
This is Lady meowing off. Stay gay.
Stay gay, meow.
Fuck ice.